This is hard for me to say goodbye as an intern. But as you know, I'm not saying goodbye to this congregation just yet. E.B. White, author of Charlotte's Web, The Trumpeter's Swan, and the Stuart Little, says this: "If the world were merely seductive, that would be easy. If the world were merely challenging, that would be no problem. But I wake up each morning torn between the desire to save the world and the desire to savor the world. This makes it very hard to plan the day." Here at First Unitarian Church of Des Moines, we have a similar sentiment, though it does not suggest conflict. It is one that invites us to savor and save the world. We say, open to life, expecting to love, and prepared to serve. To me, to be open to life means to collaborate with the universe, to answer the call, experience the present. To be open to life is to refuse to deny the universe our whole selves, including our joy, our savoring. I'm going to savor this day. This place in this time is ours, and oh my, in the last couple of years, I've really needed to practice more savoring. Honey. Honey, get up. Yeah, oops. I continue to need to savor, and we need to savor and celebrate. Each of these celebrations today comes because of struggle, because we choose to risk, we choose to serve, and we choose to do the work of saving the planet. It's a day on which we celebrate by welcoming children into our midst. In this, we are reminded of the sacred space children hold in our community. Few things open us to life more than welcoming a child into our families or into our community. Even this enterprise comes with its own risks, though. It always includes some fear and some pain. Yet we can't help but embrace the joy. Today, in the second service, we'll recognize the graduation of our teens and their movement from the protected place of childhood to one of greater risk and greater potential. Bridging to adulthood is a tenuous time, a time facing the unknown. Like the moving from a caterpillar to a butterfly, it's vulnerable because now you can fly, you can soar, you can fall. I honor our young adults. You are poised, loved, and ready. I honor your parents. You have done your part. Look at the good in the world that comes from all your love. Each transition offers an invitation to risk again and again, to be open to life, to risk being present in our own lives, and to perpetuate that which is of worth. I, too, recently celebrated a graduation, one that took much time, money, head angst, and heart angst, and a 2-year internship at a Unitarian Universalist congregation. Again, it required risk. It felt risky for me to come here as your intern, to be honest with you. What if it didn't work out? What if we didn't like each other? What if I failed? It required risk on the part of the congregation. What if we were a poor fit? There were a couple of days when I felt like there was nothing I could get right here. I couldn't figure out the liturgy. It wasn't my own. I didn't know which basket to pass first. I got it wrong. I couldn't remember your names. I remembered your faces dearly, but not your names. I was afraid of the pulpit. I didn't always trust my voice. My internship committee was so interested in my success that they offered more advice and suggestions than I could bear. I feared that I was failing, and I, frankly, was overwhelmed. These things were all part of the mirror that I held up for myself. It turns out what I really needed was to be in relationship with you. When we interact with one another, we hold up mirrors reflecting back the beauty and potential and the goodness that we each possess. Eventually, peeking around, I saw the mirror of joy on the children's faces when I taught RE on Wednesday nights. Mirrored back to me, I saw the tremendous compassion of Reverend Mark Stringer as he encouraged me to find my own voice. Reflected back to me, I saw myself a minister in the making. I saw that I indeed had gifts to give. I am now more confident, more compassionate, and more expecting to love than I was 2 years ago, and I am ever so grateful. Let me mirror for you what I see in this congregation. Frankly, it's enviable. You have spoiled me. We have a strong and capable, compassionate board. If you have not sat through a board meeting just to witness this once, you should. They are bright, meticulous, conscientious in their consideration of what is best for the church. They honor this institution with their commitment. I see a council for congregational ministry that has way too much fun. They are the dreamers of this church. They pay attention to all the possibilities and bring that together to make it come true. They leave me inspired. I see a strong RE program staffed by Tracy Beck. Do you know how well she knows your children? She sees them in all their humanity. She sees their great potential and invites them to step into their fullest selves. I am touched by Tracy's depth and humor. This congregation benefits from every encounter with her. In this mirror, I hold up for you my intern committee. I love them. They reflect this church community. They listened and they laughed with me. In our conversations, they affirmed my experience as valid, and they were hopeful. They offered me an example of what it means to be together, to call ourselves a religious community. I saw in them what the world can be, a little more just, a little more gentle, a little more compassionate. I see our growing identity as a congregation that speaks out and steps up to the cause of social justice. We are led by a fireball associate minister. Erin, she can hardly keep her enthusiasm for changing the world down, and it is infectious. We need that. This is what I see. I see a congregation filled with people of all ages and all perspectives. I see pagans and Christians, atheists, agnostics, and more, who all come here because we know that we are better together than we are alone. We come together, voices raised in song, bright, shiny faces, young and old, grateful to be together again. Is this not worth celebrating? I hold a mirror for you to see a people greatly needed by its wider community. This church offers a unique liberal voice of compassion and reason. It's sorely needed. I see a people that have more courage because they are together. I see an amazing group of talented and hard-headed people who know what they would like to see in the world. I believe that it is our moral obligation to hold up mirrors for each other so that we can see this beauty, so that we can call one another to our best selves, call ourselves back again and again to our potential, our bright, shiny faces. So look into each child's face today. Look into the hopeful and grateful eyes of every graduate, and look into the face of these flowers. Celebrate this moment with me. How can we not in the month of June? Because first it was the lilacs, and then the iris, and then the peonies, and soon it will be the lilies. The lilies of the field, said Jesus. See the lilies of the field, how they toil not. Today, the invitation is to be like the lilies of the field. Do that. Let's now rest and restore our souls. Let us soothe the pain, the scrapes, the bruises that we encounter when we say yes to life. Be like lilies of the field, for now feel the breeze, the summer breeze, feel the sun on your face. Say yes to life in ways that bring you closer to this moment. We can explicitly ask for what we need. We can ask for celebration. Taste the fruit of summer. Sit a little longer on the front step. Stop and notice your breath. Play the song over again and feel your heart lighten. Feel your soul brighten. You are worthy of happiness to fully experience life, and you are worthy of love.